Hey kids, you know Peter Jackson? He's a pretty cool filmmaker. Made some movies about some hobbits and shit that won a whole bunch of awards. Well, today we're looking at the movie that brought him to Hollywood. It's a big budget special effects movie with a whole bunch of dark humor and Michael J. Fox. It's one of my favorites. It's called The Frighteners. Let's get to that part where I talk about the plot. Michael J. Fox plays Frank Bannister, a traumatized widower with the ability to communicate with ghosts. Together, he and his dead friends con their small American town for all it's worth. They haunt, he exorcises, rinse and repeat, or so he says. Very quickly, Jackson and company craft a world of playful humor and dark foreboding. Nearly all of the supporting characters are played by top-notch character actors, from John Astin to Troy Evans to R. Lee Ermey reprising a ghostly version of his character from Full Metal Jacket.
You are scum! Using spooks to put the frighteners on people! That makes me physically ill!
Despite all of this fun, though, something dark lurks just below the surface. With a backstory of teen serial killers and a recent string of heart attack deaths, Frank's town seems almost completely shrouded by the shadow of death itself.
What's this shadow of death stuff? I don't like it.
It's what they're saying, Miss Reese-Jones. There's a lot of scared people out there.
Then, at the end of Act 1, when Frank is at the ends of his ropes and he's totally losing his mind, we get introduced to one of the most badass representations of one of the most underused cinematic villains ever. The Grim Reaper, Death himself. From here, it's a thrill-a-minute roller coaster ride with FBI conspiracies, D. Wallace trying to blow people away with a shotgun, and an antagonist so hardcore he can literally kill ghosts by tearing the souls out of their chests. It's a lot of fun, and the last half is full of twists you probably won't even see coming. There's a lot of emotion pent up in The Frighteners, and the cast does an amazing job of bringing it to the screen without ever seeming satirical or over the top.
I've seen a figure in a cape. I've seen him reach into people's chests and squeeze their hearts.
One of the best characters in this whole insane opus is the FBI agent, Dammers, played by Jeffrey Combs.
Sorry, Sheriff. I have a problem with women yelling.
Best known as the star of the Reanimator films, he has a history of playing over-the-top, eccentric characters, but never anything like this.
My body is a roadmap of pain.
I knew Charlie. I was the family's sex slave for 6 months. 6 months.
Unfortunately, The Frighteners bombed at the box office, and it wasn't much of a hit with critics either. Either way, that doesn't change the fact that it gives you your bang for your entertainment buck. Like most Peter Jackson flicks, there is an extended version out there, and despite the added length, it flows faster and does a better job of fleshing out Frank's ghostly sidekicks. By no means is this a perfect movie. I mean, there's a lot of plot holes, and the mythology can get a little wacky. But if you can appreciate Michael J. Fox's ghost battling the Grim Reaper with twin machine guns while two people unaware struggle in a car between them, then I suggest you give it a watch. The Frighteners is one of those movies that keeps the autumn spirit alive for the rest of the year, and that alone is worth the price of admission.
And Steve, no more references to death as a person.
Sorry, Sheriff. I have a problem with women yelling.